For the first time all season, it actually feels like summer. It is a hot one here today at Westbury High School. As today we have our last broadcast in the month of April between the West Perry Baseball Mustangs and the Bowling Springs Bubblers. Hello, everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Therefore, it's always an exciting ball game between these two. You never know between the Mustangs and the Bubblers. Some games can be lopsided like it was earlier this season, or we could be seeing a very close matchup here, a good pitching matchup here today for West Perry and Bowling Springs. The Bowling Springs Bubblers coming to this game currently on a long losing streak, winning streak, a 5-game winning streak for the Bubblers as Bowling Springs comes to this game 8-3 overall, 5-3 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. The West Perry Mustangs are looking for back-to-back wins for the second time this season as West Perry is coming to this game 4-9 overall, and they're still looking for their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. They are 0-8 in the Mid-Penn Colonial. West Perry and Bowling Spring are both coming off a big win in their last game on Saturday. Here it was raining throughout the day at West Perry, but we managed to get the game in on Saturday for West Perry against their cross-county rival Susquehanna Blackhawks, where the Mustangs swept the season series against Susquehanna with a 7-4 victory on Saturday. Bowling Springs is coming off a big 11-0 victory at home against Hanover this past Friday. In their last game this past Friday, Bowling Springs dominating Hanover 11-0. This is the second time that these two teams have met, back on April 18th, just a few weeks ago actually. At Bowling Springs, the Bubblers managed to get the win on their home field. 9-2 was the final back on April 18th. The Bubblers had an 8-0 lead after 4 innings before West Perry got on the scoreboard. Josh Snyder and Mason Labuda each have 1 home run in that game for Bowling Springs. West Perry is right now on a 3-game losing streak against the Bubblers, and the Bubblers are currently on a 5-game winning streak. They have won 6 of their last 7 ball games. Bowling Springs only 3 losses for them so far. That was back on March 12th, an 18-3 final at Bermudian Springs. Then on March 26th, just a couple weeks later, an 8-6 loss at home against Waynesboro. And then just a couple weeks ago, on April 9th, the Bubblers losing 9-2 at Shippensburg. West Perry have only 4 wins so far this season. 2 of them are against Susquehanna, including in the Perry County Tournament semifinal back on April 6th, a 5-4 victory in extra innings. And then on a rainy Saturday afternoon here at West Perry, the Mustangs getting a 7-4 victory over Susquehanna. They had their first win back on March 30th, a 13-5 victory at Juniata, and then on 4/20, April 20th, a 9-6 victory against a previously undefeated Bermudian Springs team. So maybe this is the time for West Perry to start kicking up a notch a little bit. Their offense hasn't been great except for a few games, but West Perry could produce a big number here today against the Bubblers as the Mustangs look for their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Captains, meetings, and umpires getting together right now at the plate. Our umpires for today's game, calling balls and strike behind the plate, is Cliff Lewis, and calling off the bases is Jonathan Owine. And we'll be back here to get things started here as we have the lineups count up shortly, and we'll take a quick break to get set. It's a hot one. 85 degrees at game time here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hot one. The humidity is up a little bit. Not much of a wind here today, but we'll be back to get things started for West Perry Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers. This is West Perry Baseball. We are back here and set, ready to go for Mid-Penn Colonial Division Baseball, the West Prairie Mustangs and the Bowling Springs Bubblers. It seems like every time that Bowling Springs comes to town here in Elliotsburg, it's always a very exciting matchup. Not so much sometimes at Bowling Springs, but when they come down here to Elliotsburg, it's always a fun matchup here. Could we see more of the same here today? It's a hot one here at West Prairie High School. It feels like summer in the last couple of days of April. As we are set for West Prairie, it is game time temperature currently sitting at 87 degrees. It is a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is shining, a few clouds here and there. Hopefully we can get a break from the sun. Not terribly windy, but it does have a nice breeze here today. And we are set ready to go in the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the Bowling Springs Bubblers under direction of head coach Tom Herr. Laying off is the third baseman, number 13, Matt McNair. Batting second is the shortstop, number 8, Chance Floor. Batting third is the first baseman, number 42, Jonah Richardson. Batting fourth is the center fielder, number 32, Mason Labuda. Batting fifth is the designated hitter for Bowling Springs, number 30, Landon McMahon. Batting sixth is the pitcher for Bowling Springs, number 29, Josh Snyder. Batting seventh is the catcher, number 10, Torrin Williamson. Batting eighth is the right fielder, number 21, Keegan Williamson. And batting ninth is the left fielder, number 25, Jeremy Samela. Landon McMahon is the designated hitter for Bowling Springs. He is hitting for the second baseman, number 15, Matt Wilson. Substitutions for Bowling Springs include number 9, Joey George, number 26, Cody Schaefer, and number 28, Garrett Wickard. And Cole Brown is the starting pitcher for West Prairie here today. The sun is shining, it's hot. Definitely expecting a lot of water here today. I think each team has two water jugs, water coolers here today, just full of water. That's got to be key here today. Not very often do you have a high school baseball game in South Central Pennsylvania in late April, and it's so hot like it is today. It feels like Major League Baseball during the summer. It feels like summer here, ladies and gentlemen. This is ideal baseball weather, and we'll see how these two teams fare in this heat. So here we go. Cole Brown, the starting pitcher for West Prairie today. He's going to be taking on Matt McNair to lead us off here in the first inning. Mid-Penn Colonial Division Baseball. West Prairie is looking for their first win in that division. Bowling Springs on a 5-game winning streak heading into this game as the first pitch to Matt McNair is in the dirt for ball one. Tanner Sigler is behind the plate for the Mustangs. Tanner Sigler has been amazing so far for West Prairie behind the plate. First base is Brandon McKeever. Second base is held up by Eli Lyons. Austin Lyons is over at third base. Mason Stano at shortstop. And the 1-0 pitch misses for ball two. 2-0 here to Matt McNair. And on the outfield, in left is Jordy Ogden. Center field taken by Trent Hockenberry. And Bryce Smith is out at right field. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and McNair swinging at that one and fouls it back for strike one. This is the first time I'm coming back here to broadcast. I do apologize for missing the last two games. West Prairie losing a tough one against James Buchanan last Thursday, and then beating Susquehanna for a second time this season, completing the season series with Susquehanna on a rainy Saturday afternoon. My best friend got married, Tony, and his newlywed wife, Megan, tying the knot. And now count as 3 balls and 1 strike. I'm very happy for both of those, for both Tony and Megan, my best friend from Lockhaven University, getting married before I did. Of course, nothing wrong with that. Here's the swing, and that's going out to left field, and that's going to be a base hit. Jordy Ogden able to cut it off. That wasn't going to be a play. And Matt McNair is swinging on 3-1 and pays off for a leadoff single to start this ball game. That'll bring up Chance Floor, the Bowling Springs shortstop. I mean, it really was a fun weekend, not just for the Elkertons now, but myself included. And here's a ground ball, first pitch swing, Cole Brown over to second, and throw to first is in time. A 1-6-3 double play, and they're very quickly 2 away here. Beautifully executed right there. A topper right to Cole Brown, finds Mason Stano covering second and firing towards first to Brandon McKeever. A 1-6-3 double play. So now we restart here. Bases are empty with 2 away now. And here is Jonah Richardson taking ball 1. And Tony and Megan, they got married out in Grantville. It was a nice ride. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a fun weekend for sure. Wedding rehearsal on Thursday. We went to Hollywood Casino at Penn National on Friday night. Had some fun there, and then the wedding itself, and we got a bit of break from the rain a little bit on Saturday, and the wedding only lasted 15 minutes. Here's a high fly ball, and Trent Hockenberry is calling for it. He makes the grab, and that is a quick inning. Despite a leadoff base hit, the Mustangs get out of it with a quick 1-2-3 inning. We are going to the bottom of first, but no score. This is West Perry baseball. A quick inning for Cole Brown on the mound for the West Prairie defense. Only 9 pitches despite giving up 1 hit. And now here we go with West Prairie Mustangs coming to bat for the first time today. And it's a hot one, 87 degrees our current game time temperature. Here is the starting lineup for Jeff Sano's West Prairie Mustangs. Leading off is the shortstop, number 1, Mason Stano. Batting second is the third baseman, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting third is the starting pitcher for West Perry, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fourth is the right fielder, number 13, Bryce Smith. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 8, Braden McKeever. In the sixth spot is an interesting turn here. Is going to be Eli Lyons, the right number 5. He is here today as the second baseman and designated hitter. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. Batting seventh is the left fielder, number 3, Jordy Ogden. Batting eighth is the center fielder, number 11, Trent Hockenberry. And batting ninth is the catcher, number 2, Tanner Sigler. Substitutions for West Prairie include number 4, David LaChance. Number 6, Hunter Johnson. Number 12, Ryden Hertzler. Number 14, Quinton Palm. And number 25, Wyatt Fritz. And here we go with Josh Snyder, the starting pitcher for Bowling Springs. And he throws a first pitch strike to Mason Stano. 1-0-1 the count here in the bottom of the first. Mason Stano, one of the better hitters on the West Prairie team. Sure, he would like to have a better performance for the rest of the season. And still a lot of baseball left. We are in the second half of the season and still several home games. West Prairie only has 2 home games left. Or, 2 away games left, No balls and 2 strikes after that foul ball. Here is Josh Snyder with the 0-2 pitch and a chopper, and goes foul, 0-2. I was swinging a little bit early on that pitch. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Normally we see a lot of Bowling Springs fans here today, but I think the Heat might have had an impact on attendance here today, and we don't see a whole lot of fans here. We see a couple of umbrellas, but it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Mason Sano. And it's a busy week for West Prairie Broadcasting coming up. We still have 2 more baseball games, 3 baseball games all at home this season. Here's the fly ball, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder. That is Keegan Williamson on right, and there is the first out. Ball hit hard by Sano, but kept up way too high and easy for Keegan Williamson out in right field for the first out. That'll bring up Austin Lyons now. Austin Lyons, the third baseman for West Perry, and he takes strike 1. That looked a little bit high from right here. Our umpires for today's game, calling balls and strikes behind the plate, is Cliff Lewis, and calling up the bases is Jonathan Owine. And here's a swing, and that will go down the third baseline and out of play. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Here again, here it comes from Snyder and fouled away. Still no balls and 2 strikes to the West Perry third baseman. That is definitely a hot one. There's supposed to be a cold front coming through tomorrow. That might have some impact on the track and field meet tomorrow here at West Perry. Chopper and it's easily handled by Josh Snyder. Flip over to first. It's in time, and there is quickly out number 2. West Prairie offense has really been struggling the last time that these 2 teams met. West Prairie got 2 runs on 3 hits. And that was it. It was a 9-2 victory for Bowling Springs at home. Last time they faced the Mustangs, and here is Cole Brown, and he's going to get hit by the first pitch. He sees, and that's definitely something you do not want to do, facing the opposing pitcher, hit him on the first pitch. So West Prairie now gets a base runner on with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith, not so much in hitting so far this season, but he has been amazing on defense in the outfield so far. He's also a good pitcher, too. So here is Bryce Smith with Cole Brown at first, and Bryce Smith had to skip out of the way there, and it's ball 1. Seemed like this inning was going so swimmingly here for Bowling Springs, but now almost hanging the second batter on the next pitch. Here's the 1-0, and Smith hammers this one and caught, snagged at first by Jonah Richardson. And that ends the inning. A line drive, and Richardson able to reach up and snag it. We are going into the second inning with no score. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be back for the second inning in a scoreless ball game. This is West Prairie Baseball. Second inning we go here in a scoreless ball game. Both teams getting 1 base runner on, 1 hit for Bowling Springs, and a hit by pitch for West Perry. And here we go. with 5, and 6 hitters stood up for the Bubblers. And here's ball one to Mason Lobuda. You gotta be careful with this batter. He had 3 hits against West Perry last time up. One of them was a home run. So here's the 1-0, and here he takes a hack up one out towards right field, and Bryce Bev right on the edge. A warning track makes the grab, and there is the first out. That ball was hit hard. I mean, if you hit a home run in this field, that's a lot of power. I mean, I don't know how deep Bowling Springs fence is, or wall, whatever, but it's pretty deep here. It's 330 feet to each foul pole, and well over 400 out in center field. And here is the first pitch strike to Landon McMahon. Landon McMahon, the designated hitter for Bowling Springs, facing 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch, and it's up high for ball one. So we took a look at the schedule for West Perry for the rest of the season, and they have a lot of home games coming up here. They have 7 games left in the regular season, and 5 of them are at home. And so this is a part of a 6-game homestand for West Perry baseball. This is currently game number 3, or no, I take that back. It's actually number 4. So we still got 2 more home games left. 2-1 here in Landon McMahon. And Wednesday might be an interesting one. Next time we'll see West Prairie baseball here at home will be this Wednesday, where they'll take on Waynesboro. And swing and foul back for strike 2. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole Brown got the first thing down on 9 pitches. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And swing, and it's got to be missed by McKeever. Goes out for a base hit. McKeever might have had a play on it, but it's got to be ruled a base hit for a designated hitter, Landon McMahon. So that's the second hit already here for Bowling Springs, and that'll bring up Josh Snyder. Josh Snyder, the starting pitcher for Bowling Springs. And here's the first pitch to him, and that's down low in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, so Wednesday's broadcast might be interesting because I have one of those calendars that like, you know how every day is a national day of something. And like, say, like, for example, May 4th is National Star Wars Day, New Year's Eve is National Champagne Day, and of course, Cinco de Mayo is next Sunday. That's not really a national day of anything, but this Wednesday, I don't even know what day it is today, to be honest. Wednesday's day is World Laughter Day, so we could have some fun with that broadcast on Wednesday for West Prairie baseball against Waynesboro. And here's the next pitch, and that's down for a strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike here to Josh Snyder. Throw over to first, nothing doing. That's one thing that West Perry does a lot. If you get caught at first, then you're most likely sleeping because West Perry likes to throw over to any base a lot, especially you got Josh Snyder here. And Josh Snyder, he was the other Bowling Springs player to hit a home run against West Perry last time up. And step off here. Definitely nervous here because West Perry, they remember Josh Snyder. Not only a good pitcher, but he can hit too. That's just the case for most of the high school pitchers. And throw over again, nothing doing. Josh Snyder, he's not a big dude, but he has the power. He had a home run against West Perry in the last game up. Josh Snyder had 2 hits in the win against West Perry last time up, a 9-2 victory. And there's a swing and a miss. That pitch in the dirt out, even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Westbury could be looking for another double play here. Not very often do you see Westbury getting more than one double play in the game. They already have one in the first. There's a swing and off of Cole Brown's glove, and Sano is not going to have a play, and that's going to be a base hit. Cole Brown almost had a play if he snagged that ball, and it never hit the ground. So that would have been an easy double play with McMahon going over to second. But instead, it's a single, an infield single here for Josh Snyder. And back-to-back base hits for the Bubblers. This will bring up Torrin Williamson, the catcher. The Williamson brothers are coming up here for the Bubblers. And here's the first pitch to Torrin, and that is down low for ball one. I'm kind of getting excited now for Wednesday's game. I mean, this is still a good game here, but Bowling Springs is threatening here with 2 on and only 1 out. That's probably looking for another double play ball, perhaps. Here's the next pitch to Williamson, and that's down low again for ball 2. "20 pitches here for Cole Brown for 1 1/3. Torrin Williamson weighing the 2-0. And here it is. And throw, and what was that? The throw, and Virginie Sano was right there at the back to stop. But it's called strike anyway. 2 balls and 1 strike to Torrin Williamson. Man, they got a breeze going through here. It feels pretty good right now. Oh, yeah, that feels good right now. Here's a swing and out to left center field. And that's going to fall in front of Jordy Ogden. A run is going to come across the score. Throw cuts back in quickly. And it's an RBI single for Torrin Williamson. And it's 1-0 Bubblers. It's a pinch hitter coming up here, or excuse me, pinch runner for the Bowling Springs catcher. Landon McMahon scoring from second. 1-0 lead now. Josh Snyder stopped at second on the throw. And that pinch runner here for Torrin Williamson is Joey George. And here's the first pitch to Keegan Williamson, Torrin's brother. And he looks at ball 1. A 1-0 lead now for Bowling Springs. And here's the next pitch, and that's called strike 1. Home plate umpire today is Cliff Lewis, and he loves calling the high strikes. If it's anywhere close to the strike zone on the upper edge, he's calling that a strike. And so here comes the 1-1 pitch from Brown, and swung on, and over a leaping error, and that is a fair ball. Over Brandon McKeever's head, and no, they actually rolled foul ball. A late call there. It was close. I couldn't tell from right here, but it was close down the first base line, and it's a foul ball. A little bit of a late call right there, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And throw over, and close at second, but safe is Josh Snyder. Now, it's not very often that you don't see a courtesy runner for the pitcher. We do for the catcher, which is right now at first base in Joey George, but the pitcher is going to make a run. You don't see that very often in high school baseball. Here's a high swing, and that is going to be deep to left center. And Hockenberry is going to make the grab for out number 2. And it's got to be a sacrifice fly. Oh, there was. Did Josh. Wait a minute. It's, or no, that was never caught. I thought it was, but no. And that's a base hit for Keegan Williamson. That's the Williamson brothers. My mistake there, ladies and gentlemen. I was looking at the screen. I thought it was caught. But no, it's an RBI single for Keegan Williamson. Lands in front of Trent Hockenberry. And it's now 2-0 Bubblers as Jeff Sano, the head coach for West Perry, comes out to talk. So trouble here as the Williamson brothers, Torrent and Keegan, with back-to-back hits. That's now 4 straight hits for Bowling Springs. And that's a 2-0 lead here in the second. I'll bring up the number 9 hitter for Bowling Springs, Jeremy Samela. And go around. First pitch is up high, and this is playable for somebody. And Tanner Sigler's got to make the grab in foul territory. And that's a big bounce back there after the conference call, after Jeff Sandlin talked one pitch and 1 out. Or excuse me, that's the second out now. That'll bring up the top one lineup now for Bowling Springs. Matt McNair started this ball game off with a base hit in the first. Here he is in the second. And weighing the first pitch, here it is, and that's down low for ball 1. West Perry softball is at Bowling Springs today. And West Perry softball, they only have 2 home games left this season. It's amazing how fast this spring season goes by so quick. And taking time and time out here by the plate umpire Cliff Lewis. I mean, seriously, like the spring season for some reason, it goes faster than any other sports season. Like in the fall season, it takes a little bit, especially when you have a couple of weeks that have 5 games in 5 weeks for West Perry. 5 games in 5 days. Here's the swing, and that is caught. We'll have to hold up on that thought as Trent Hockenberry makes the grab out in center, and that will end the inning. But Bowling Springs gets 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 RBI singles for the Williamson brothers. And we're going to the bottom of the second. Now a 2-0 lead for the Bubblers. This is West Perry Baseball. Bottom of the second we go here. Bowling Springs 2 runs on 4 straight hits. Now last 2 going down back to back. So 2-0 lead for Bowling Springs. And here is Braden McKeever as he takes the ball in the dirt for ball 1. Eli Lyons is on deck for West Perry, and Eli Lyons is ruled as the designated hitter slash second baseman. Swing and miss there for McKeever. You don't see that very often. Jeff Sale does do that a couple of times, but what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're a designated hitter and a position player in the lineup, and here's a check swing, and he clearly went for strike 2. So Eli Lyons, if for any reason, if he ever has to be taken out as the second baseman, he can stay as the designated hitter. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, and pitch away for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the West Perry third baseman, or excuse me, first baseman. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and miss at dirt. Has to make a play at first, and throw first is going to be well in time. A strikeout, 2-3 put out for the first out. That'll bring up Eli Lyons, the designated hitter slash second baseman. Again, what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that if any time in this game that Eli Lyons has to come out at second base, that he can stay in the game as the designated hitter. And here's a swing and taken by the first baseman, a foot race, and the base umpire Jonathan Olwine saying he is out. Nice play there for Jonah Richardson to find Josh Snyder in the very last second. A 3-1 putout for the second out. West Perry still looking for their first hit in this game. They got a base runner in the first after Cole Brown got hit by a pitch, the first pitch he saw. This will bring up Jordy Ogden with 2 outs and bases empty, and Ogden swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. And here's the next pitch, and that's down low for strike 2. Josh Snyder has an incredible arm. The location can be a little iffy at times, but hey, if you throw on a dirt and West Perry chases after it, might as well keep going with it. Here's a swing and a snag right at first base to Jonah Richardson. That's the second time that Jonah Richardson has called a line drive to end the inning. An L3 to end the second, just like in the first. Now we're going into the third inning, still a 2-0 lead for Bowling Springs. You are watching West Perry Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for the third inning. This is West Perry Baseball. Things are going so swimmingly for Bowling Springs. The Bubblers with a 2-0 lead hanging to a third. And here we go with 2, 3, 4 here stood out for the Bubblers as Chance Floor will come up for the second time. He grounded into a double play in the first, and here he looks at strike 1. So yeah, like we were talking about earlier, that the spring sports season somehow goes by faster than any other sports season in high school sports. I mean, you got, especially here at West Perry, like in the fall probably lasts a little longer because like we have a bunch of teams to cover in the fall sports, including the field hockey team, the football team, the boys and girls soccer teams, and here's a ground ball. McKeever with the snag, foot race, and flips over to Cole Brown covering the bag. A 3-1 put out. Chance Floor now 0 for 2. Now I'll bring up Jonah Richardson. and girls volleyball, of course, in the fall sports season. And during that season, when you have all those teams to cover for West Prairie Broadcasting, it can be a lot. Especially if we have a couple weeks during that season where we have 5 games in 5 days in a single week. It can be a lot. And then I think, in my honest opinion, here is the ball, by the way, to Charlie Richardson. In my honest opinion, the winter sports season seems to last a little longer. Because, I mean, it's not because we have more games than any other sport. It's because, like, you got the Christmas holiday break during the season, and then a couple other things. It also helps to have a good wrestling team where they go to districts and states every year. Well, at least now they do. And, yeah, so it's I think winter lasts longer than anything else, mostly because of that Christmas break. When there is no break. I mean, we do have a spring break, but that doesn't put a stop to high school sports whatsoever. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Jonah Richardson. I just wish we had something to do during the summer. And as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, we do. And not here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. And Sano with a leaping effort, but it goes out to left field for a base hit. Jonah Richardson now 1 for 2 with a base hit. He flew out to end the first inning, but here he gets a base hit with 1 out. Yeah, this summer, for about 5 or 6 weeks, I believe, about every Tuesday in June and July, we have the Tri-Valley League boys basketball summer season, where West Prairie is a part of that. I mean, pretty much every high school in Perry County is a part of that. They take up half the teams. This is Mason Labuda now. He hit one hard, but flew out around the edge of the warning track out in right field. And here is strike 1 to Labuda. Yeah, so we're excited. Every team in the Tri-Valley League summer basketball league gets to host once a week. Susquehanna gets to host the championship games this season in the last week of the schedule. And we are excited to follow West Prairie basketball around all summer long. We'll have the schedule for you coming up here probably in the next half inning or so. But that occurred to me, like, what if we have, like, Little League or Cal Ripken baseball have me call some of their games? Oh, I'd love to do that. Yeah, if you have like a summer sports league that you'd like to have broadcasted, no matter how big or how small, if you like to have it online, and on my Facebook page, I do have a pretty good following. I have like about 2,500 followers. So, yeah. We also do on a Perry County Talk Sports. So if you have a summer league that you'd like to have broadcast a few games here and there during the summer, hit me up on Facebook. And here's a stolen base, and that is good. Goes out to center field. And Jonah Richardson is safe at second. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Mason Labuda. Danger here as now Jonah Richardson is in scoring position. 2 balls and 1 strike with Mason Labuda. Here's the 2-1, and that's in the dirt for ball 3. West Prairie baseball in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division 0-8 against teams in that division. They're still looking for their first win in that division. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Mason Labuda. Good hitters count here for the center fielder. And he takes strike 2. Labuda looked like he was about to go over to first, but it's called strike 2. 3-2 now to the Bowling Springs center fielder. And here comes the 3-2 from Cole Brown. Here it is. And chopper foul. Next week is a little bit of a busy week for me. I got a call from Brad Strausser. He is the sports director for Juniata County Radio, and I'll be broadcasting two Juniata softball games next week. On Monday, I'll be over at Upper Dolphin for Juniata softball against the Upper Dolphin Lady Trojans. And then 1 week from this Saturday, on May 11th, I'll be making a long trip to Altoona in the season finale for regular season finale for Juniata softball. 3-2 pitch is down on the dirt. That is ball four. First walk given up. First walk given up here for Cole Brown. Yep, I'll still be doing some West Prairie games next week. Anything that's scheduled, I'll be there. And then next Monday and Saturday, I'll be covering Juniata softball. And they are on a terrific tear, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. Thankful for Brad Strasser to call me up, and a couple weeks ago I made my national radio debut. 106.1 FM, and you can also, let's say if you're not in that listening range, you can hit up JuniataCountyRadio.com. 1-0 here to Landon McMahon. And here he swings and hits one up in the air towards center field. Trent Hockenberry flats out misses it. I think the sun might have had an impact on that, and it was far out to his right, and throw to the plate not in time. And that's going to be a base hit. Trent Hockenberry just flat out missing it. He was nowhere close to the ball. He had it read, but they lost it. So that's going to be an RBI. Both runners were tagging, but it's only a one score. It's an RBI single for Landon McMahon, his second hit of the game. Mason Labuda stopping at second. Yeah, that's time when the sun is shining bright, and that might have had an impact on that play opportunity there for Trent Hockenberry out in center field. That'll bring up Josh Snyder now. A 3-0 lead now for Bowling Springs, and a first pitch to Snyder missing for ball one. Out of two games that I'm covering for Juniata softball next week, I'm more excited about the game at Altoona at Saturday, May 11th. It is a little bit of a trip from here, yeah, but Altoona is always a great place, and at first I was a little hesitant of going, but then I checked out the Altoona Curve baseball schedule, and you all know how much I love baseball. I really do, and I checked the schedule. Like the game at Altoona for Juniata softball is at 11 o'clock. On 4 o'clock later the same day, Altoona will be taking on the Somerset Patriots, the double-A team of my favorite baseball team, the New York Yankees. So I was like, yeah. So we get through that softball game, then go to Altoona Curve. And if you've never been to it, I understand we have a lot of Harrisburg Senators fans around here, but if you've never been to Altoona, do yourself a favor, as here is a ground ball up to center field for a base hit. And a little bit of a trip from Mason LeBeau rounding third, but it's got to be an RBI single, and now a 4-0 lead for the Bubblers. An RBI single for Josh Snyder, his second hit of the game. Landon McMahon stopping at second. And now Tanner Sager coming out to talk to Cole Brown. So yeah, if you've never been to Altoona, do yourself a favor. Go to an Altoona Curve game, man. It's a beautiful ballpark. And they have an amusement park right there with a big white roller coaster out in right field. It is a beautiful ballpark in Altoona, the Double-A team of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big reason why you have to go to Altoona Curve game. If you are looking for a really good cheeseburger, you'll find it. You'll find the best cheeseburger there is at Altoona Curve game. They have a thing called the Curve Burger. And I don't know what's special about it. It just looks like a regular cheeseburger, but the meat is some way different, and it is so good. It is the best burger I had anywhere. As Torrin Williamson looks at strike one. Yeah, the Curve Burger. It is so good. and you can only find them at a Altoona Curve minor league baseball game. All went here to Torrin Williamson. He had an RBI single to give Bowling Springs a 1-0 lead. Here's ground ball. Austin Lyons step for force at third and grab and throw to first in time for a double play. A 5-3 double play gets him out of the inning. But 2 more runs come across the score for the Bubblers. Back-to-back RBI singles for Landon McMahon and Josh Snyder this time. We are going to the bottom third now, 4-0 lead for Bowling Springs. This is West Perry Baseball. Bottom of the third, Bowling Springs getting 2 runs in the second and third innings. That's a 4-0 lead for the Bubblers. And so here we go, bottom of the third. 8-9-1 here stood out for the Mustangs. Only 1 base runner so far after Cole Brown was hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the first. So here comes Trent Hockenberry. Trent Hockenberry had a play out in center field, but he flats out missing after the ball landed far out to his right. Here is Trent Hockenberry facing 1-0 here to Josh Snyder. Here's the 1-0, and that is in for a call strike 1. Trent Hockenberry, he has the speed for sure. That's why he's in the outfield. But I think the sun might have had a big impact on a play in the top of the third. Here's the swing and foul back for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a hot one here, ladies and gentlemen. The water is everywhere here today. Now we gotta stay hydrated in a day like this. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I got all my water covered here, so no need to worry about that. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Trent Hockenberry, and he swings and misses at the fastball, and that is strikeout number 2 for Josh Snyder. 1 away here in the third. That'll bring up Tanner Sigler, and now it's a good time for our West Perry Athletic Department trivia question of the game. And here's your question. True or false? West Perry Baseball has never faced Bowling Springs in the District 3 playoffs. True or false? West Perry Baseball has never faced Bowling Springs in the District 3 playoffs. We'll have an answer for you coming up in the bottom of the fourth. 1 ball here to Tanner Sigler after that pitch in the dirt. Sigler, one of the better hitters on the West Perry team this season. And here he whips one out towards center field. And center field shadow. And he makes the grab. Mason Labuda for the second out. So now back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Mason Sano. Hit one hard, but flew out to right field his last time up to start the bottom of the first. Here he is with 2 outs, bases empty, and Sano swings at the first pitch, hits one out again, and diving effort, drops for a base hit. Incredible effort for the right fielder. Sano can fly, and the throw is still not made. Sano is not stopping. He's going all the way around, and Mason Sano has an inside the park home run, and the Mustangs are on the board. An incredible effort, a big risk, and it doesn't pay off for Bowling Springs. Keegan Williamson diving for it, goes all the way to the fence. The throw took a while, and Sano just took off. An inside the park home run for Mason Sano. And now here is Austin Lyons. He swings that first pitch and fouls it off for strike one. That might be a first. I mean, if you don't hit one hard over the fence and you have the speed like Mason Sano does, you can go a long way, and no throw was ever made. And now Austin Lyons swinging at the 0-1 pitch. That's strike two. Yeah, when was the last time that West Prairie had an inside the park home run? Especially on this field. The 0-2 pitch to Lyons, and a way high fastball for ball one. West Prairie dugout all fired up at that inside the park. And here's the 1-2, and that is down low for ball two. Josh Snyder was about ready to get off. He thought he had strike three right there. But count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2. Swinging a pitch at the dirt, has to throw over to first for the finish, and there it is. Strikeout 2-3 put out for Austin Lyons ends the inning. But West Prairie is on the board with an inside the park home run from Mason Sano. We are going to the fourth inning. Now a 4-1 lead for Bowling Springs. You're watching West Prairie Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for the fourth inning. This is West Prairie Baseball. Have you ever thought of becoming a baseball umpire? Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. West Prairie is on the board with an inside the park home run from Mason Sano with 2 outs. An incredible diving effort from Keegan Williamson on right field. And it doesn't pay off, and ball goes all the way to the fence. Late throw made it easy for Mason Sano with his speed. So now here comes Keegan Williamson. No doubt he'll want that play back. As West Prairie's on the board, and here he looks at ball one. Keegan Williamson had an RBI single in the second to make it 2-0 after 2 innings. Here comes the 1-0. And here's the rip out towards center field. Hockenberry reads it this time, and he will make the grab for the first out. So one quick out here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Jeremy Samela. He saw one pitch and popped it out in foul territory to Tanner Sigler his last time out. Here he takes the first pitch and it's called strike one. Good breaking ball there for Cole Brown. So far in this game for Cole Brown, he starts off every inning strong, but then Bowling Springs able to get a rhythm in the last two innings. Here is 0-2 now. Jeremy Samel, the number 9 hitter, facing an 0-2 count. And here's the next pitch, and that's in for called strike 3. And that's out number 2. That's the first strikeout for Cole Brown in this game. And bring up the top of the lineup for the Bubblers in Matt McNair. McNair with a 1-2 line. Had a leadoff base hit in the first, and they ended the second inning with a line out to Trent Hockenberry out in center field. And here he looks at strike 1. That has been a little bit of a pattern for Cole Brown so far this season. The junior future quarterback for West Prairie football, that he might give up a few runs early on, but then once he finds his rhythm, like he's showing right now, he can be good. And we got a big crowd blocking the sun, and it feels so good right now. 1 ball and 1 strike. And pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Yeah, let's see if that crowd can just stay right where it is right now. Blocking the sun is getting a little cool right now, but for how long? 2 balls and 1 strike here to Matt McNair. Here's the next pitch, and that's up high for ball 3. Bowling Springs in the first inning, Matt McNair had a leadoff base hit, but then Chance Floor grounded into a double play. And then a flyout from Jonah Richardson ended the first. Here's a swing and a miss at 3-2, and is that it? The scoreboard said 3. I guess I missed a strike. That is strike 3. The Bubblers go down in order, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-1 lead for Bowling Springs. This is West Prairie Baseball. Bottom of the 4th. West Prairie Baseball with 1 hit in the 3rd. That was an inside the park home run for Mason Sano. And then the Bubblers going down 1-2-3 for the first time in the top of the 4th. So here we go. 3, 4, and 5 hitters stood up for the West Prairie Mustangs. That's Cole Brown. No official at bat for him. He was hit by a pitch his first time up on the first pitch he saw. Now here's the first pitch to Brown, and it's down low for ball 1. So no official at bat yet for Cole Brown. Cole Brown, Bryce Smith, Ray McKeever are due up for the Mustangs. Here is the 0-1 pitch, check swing, and home plate umpire Lewis saying he went around for strike 1. Now it's a good time to answer our West Prairie Athletic Party trivia question of the game. True or false, West Prairie Baseball has never faced Bowling Springs in the District 3 playoffs. Swinging a miss here for strike 2. And the answer to that question is actually true. West Prairie has never faced Bowling Springs in the District 3 baseball playoffs. The first time that Bowling Springs made it to District 3 playoffs, it was against Newport. A 7-1 victory for the Bubblers against the Bubblers back in 1985. They also faced Susquehanna once in the District 3 playoffs, but never the Mustangs, and that could change this season. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Cole Brown. And here's the next pitch, and that's in down low for ball 3. As of right now, Bowling Springs in the District 3 4A power rankings, they are currently ranked number 2 in those playoffs. The top 10 qualify for the playoffs. In District 3 4A, Bowling Springs only behind Bermudian Springs. Bowling Springs has already lost to Bermudian Springs earlier this season. And West Prairie Baseball gave the Eagles their first loss of the season just a week ago. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a swing and foul tip into the catcher's glove, and that is strike 3. Tough break there, and nice play behind the plate for Torrin Williamson. Catching it, and that is strike 3. Foul tip into the catcher's glove for the first out. Now bring up Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith hit one hard, but lined out to first baseman Jonah Richardson. Jonah Richardson at first base has caught a couple line drives right to him so far in this game. Ball 1 here to Smith. I didn't see what the pitch was, so it was ball 3, so 3 balls and 1 strike, and Bryce Smith has stolen second. West Prairie Baseball bowling here. A 3 ball, 1 strike pitch coming up to Brian McKeever. Here's Josh Snyder, 3-1, and this is ripped hard and out in the field for a base hit. Bryce Smith hurrying around third, and Brian McKeever, the ball gets away, and McKeever cuts the Bowling Springs lead in half. It's an RBI single for Brian McKeever. Now a 4-2 ball game. Brian McKeever on a 3-1 pitch. Line 1 out to left field. And it's an RBI for McKeever. So now a timeout here as the catcher Torrin Williamson come out to talk to Josh Snyder. And that'll bring up Eli Lyons. And Eli Lyons grounded out to first base his last time up. A 3-1 putout for the second out in the second inning. And now 4-2 ball game. And here is ball 1. We told you whenever Bowling Springs baseball comes down to West Perry, it's always an exciting ball game. Not so much on the other baseball field at Bowling Springs, but whenever these two teams get together here on the West Perry Varsity baseball field, most of the time it's a very exciting ball game. And we have one here. 2-0 now to Eli Lyons. Well, actually, we do have a pair of brothers on the West Perry team. Austin Lyons and Eli Lyons, second and third baseman. Yep, and that's more common, Ray. They have brothers and they both play in the infield. Austin is also a good pitcher, too. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eli Lyons, the second baseman / designated hitter. Eli Lyons, the 2-1 pitch coming out here from Josh Snyder. Here it is, and that's up and away for ball 3. This could be the big inning that West Perry has been looking for, and it's in a good time here in the 4th. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Eli Lyons, with Brian McKeever at first out on the RBI single. Here comes now 3-1, and that is taken for strike 2. Jordy Ogden is on deck. 3-2 with 1 out and run on first. Runner goes, and West Prairie, I think, was looking for a hit and run situation there. McKeever was off and running towards second, and Lyons swings and fouls it off. See, West Prairie Baseball tries to do that here again. 3-2 with run on first. There goes McKeever again. Swing, and third baseman not going to have a play, and it goes off his glove, actually, and no throw. That's going to be an infield single for Eli Lyons. And runners at first and second now with one out. And now we're going to have a timeout here, as Bowling Springs head coach Tom Herr is coming up to talk. West Prairie with the big game they're looking for. It's not over yet. We'll take a quick break after this timeout for Bowling Springs. Back here, Bowling Springs still talking here. Not expecting a pitching change here. But you got Jordy Ogden coming up here with runners on first and second. The tying runs are on first and second. McKeever at second. Eli Lyons now first after the infield single. It was a tough play for the third baseman. Matt McNair goes off his glove, but even if he had to play, it would have been thrown in time anyway. So it's ruled a base hit for Eli Lyons. And that'll bring up Jordy Ogden now. And Jordy Ogden swinging at the first pitch, and that's down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Jordy Ogden gets a one-run game, and Eli Lyons stopping at third. And it's a 4-3 ball game now. Jordy Ogden with an RBI double. That ball just stayed fair down the third baseline. McKeever scoring from second. Eli Lyons scoring from first to third. And now a 4-3 ball game. And now Trent Hockenberry. Trent Hockenberry looking at ball one. This is the big inning that West Prairie has been looking for. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And all of this with only 1 out. Runners in scoring position with only 1 out. And Hockenberry showing bunt and a throw to third. Not in time. Strike 1 there to Hockenberry, the West Prairie center fielder. I'm kind of surprised that he's trying to bunt here when you can give West Prairie the lead with a base hit. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Hockenberry getting the bunt down. It's going to stay fair. Is it? Yes, it will. No! The home plate umpire saying foul ball. The first baseman, Jonah Richardson, saying that ball was touched right outside the chalk on the first baseline. So it's a foul ball. Well played there for Jonah Richardson, making sure that ball was going to go foul. And it did. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That is why you put a good first baseman where he is. Because if it's going down, and you're going down swinging just like Trent Hockenberry did. Hockenberry down on strikes for the second time, and that's a big out number 2 for Bowling Springs. So now Tanner Sigler hit one hard, but flew out to center field his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Base hit could give West Prairie their lead. Down by 1. Still not over yet. We're only in the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to Sigler. Good stop for Torrin Williamson behind the plate. And that's ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and swing, and that is off, and not off the bat, and throw the plate safe. A wild pitch ties the game up at 4. It was a swing, but it never hit the bat from Tanner Sigler, and a wild pitch ties the game up. Yeah, that's a tough call for the umpire there. If you don't hear metal, then that ball gets away, and now a tie ball game. Jordy Ogden goes to third on the wild pitch. Now 1-1 count here to Tanner Ziegler. 2 outs, and we have a tie ball game now. And a high fastball laid off for ball 2. This is the big inning that West Prairie Baseball has been looking for. The 7th batter of the inning. And a tie ball game. And here's the high fastball again for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Josh Ira getting the pitch count up there. Or actually take that back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes actually. The 2 balls, 2 strike pitch. Here it is as a swing and shallow right, and that will land in front of the right fielder. That is a base hit, and the Mustangs have taken the lead. It is a 5-4 ball game. A bloop single out to right field for Tanner Ziegler. Here's this. You have to hit the ball hard to get an RBI. It was a bloop single into shallow right. And now a 5-4 lead for the Mustangs. They'll bring up Mason Sound now. Ziegler on his way to second and slide, and he's safe at second. Tanner Ziegler, he may be a catcher, but he can also run. And he steals second base. Four runs on 4 hits for West Prairie in this inning. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Mason Sano. Sano got West Prairie on the board with an inside the park home run with 2 outs in the 3rd. And here he's looking to increase on now West Prairie lead. And here's a chopper, high chopper, gotta be quick for Sano. And a good throw there for the shortstop. Chance Flores all fired up from that one, and that will end the inning. 4 runs on 4 hits for West Prairie, and after 4 is 5-4 for the Mustangs. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for inning number 5. This is West Prairie Baseball. West Prairie Baseball for the first time at home against a team out of Mid-Penn Colonial Division has the lead for 4 innings. A 5-4 lead for the West Prairie Mustangs in the bottom of the 4th. 4 runs on 4 hits, including an RBI double from Jordy Ogden. A wild pitch tied the game up at 4, and then Tanner Ziegler on 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs had a bloop single out to right field to make our score what it is right now, 5-4 after 4 innings. 2-3-4 here stood up for the Bowling Springs Bubblers. Chance Flores swinging at the first pitch and up towards deep right field, and Bryce Smith reaching back and makes the grab for the first out. That's a good start for Cole Brown and the Mustangs. One pitch, one out. A deep fly ball to Bryce Smith out in right field for the first out. That'll bring up Jonah Richardson. Bowling Springs had 2 runs in each of the second and third innings for a 4-0 lead. Then it was all West Perry from there. And here's Jonah Richardson. He swings at the first pitch, hits that out, and now it's got to be a base hit after center field. Jonah Richardson, right number 42, gets a 1-out base hit. His second hit of the game, making him 2 for 3. We overheard the message from head coach Tom Herr for Bowling Springs saying we got to be aggressive now. We're down by a run. It's definitely not over yet here in the 5th, but now we're on the backside of the scoreboard. And so, got to be a little aggressive here as Mason Labuda takes strike 1. Now, the first 2 hitters saw the first pitch and ripped one. A fly out to right and then a base hit for Jonah Richardson. And throw over to first, nothing doing. Bryce Smith with a nice grab out on the first pitch in the 5th inning. Bryce Smith, one of 3 seniors on the West Prairie team. He'll be going to Penn State Altoona next year to play ball. And there's ball 1 to Labuda. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gotta be careful for Mason Labuda here. A good power hitter for the Bowling Springs Bubblers. Here's the 1-1, and a runner goes to second. A throw to first, and a tag not in time. Good throw for Tanner Sigler, and Santa with the grab, but the tag was not applied right away. So it's a stolen base for Jonah Richardson with 1 out here in the 5th. Two balls and 1 strike pitch, and it's a slower breaking ball, and it's called a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Labuda. For a big punch out here. And here comes the 2-2 from Cole Brown, and swing and hammered out towards right field. And that is off the fence, and no, it's gone. And it's a home run for Mason Labuda, and just like that, the Bowling Springs Bubblers have taken the lead. It is 6-5. It barely went over right field fence, but just enough for a 2-run blast. And the Bubblers retake the lead just like that. It is 6-5. So now that'll bring up Landon McMahon, the designated hitter for Bowling Springs. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up down the third base line, and it will land foul. Good hustle there for Shorty Ogden, but it lands foul for strike 1. Landon McMahon, the designated hitter, he's been doing his job as the DH. 2 for 2 with 2 singles and RBI. He had an RBI single in the 3rd. He came around to score in the 2nd. It's not very often where you have a home run in this ballpark. In this ball field, and it's a deep shot. And if you hit a home run here, you're going to be good later on. There's ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Landon McMahon. There's the 1-1, and that is in for call strike 2. High scoring ball game here, and it's definitely not over yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Here's the 1-2, and a high fastball laid off for ball 2. Mason Labuda also hit a home run against West Perry back on April 18th, just a couple of weeks ago. There's a check swing, Did he go? No appeal, and it's ball free. I'm kind of surprised that Jeff Allen didn't told Lewis to appeal down to first and no appeal. So 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Here's the 3-2, and it's a high fly ball, and this is going to be very playable for Mason Sano. At shortstop, he'll make the grab, and there is out number 2. Last time West Prairie Baseball faced Bowling Springs was at Bowling Springs, and 2 bubblers got a home run in that game. Mason Labuda and this man, Josh Snyder. Josh Snyder swing at the first pitch and effort there at third base. Not good for Austin Lyons, and now it gets through Jordy Ogden left, and that is going to be a double. Josh Snyder with his 3rd hit of the game, and it goes as a double. Josh Snyder was flying down first base. So 2-out double here for Josh Snyder for his 3rd hit of the game. And that'll bring up Torrin Williamson. He hit one hard with runners at first and second, but grounded into a double play to Austin Lyons to end the 3rd inning. High scoring ball game here. 2 runs for Bowling Springs in this inning, as well as the 2nd and 3rd innings. And now here is strike 1 to Torrin Williamson. Cole Brown looking to get out of this inning. And here's 0-2. Not a big crowd here today. The heat might have a big impact on the attendance here today. Well, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming up from Cole Brown with runner second. Noah Rippo to second. And tag was never applied. Safe at second is Josh Snyder. The next pitch is away, and a good waste pitch there for Cole Brown, missing the strike zone just barely and laid off for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strike here to the Bowling Springs catcher. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled away. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strike pitch coming up here in a good matchup. Cole Brown taking his time. Here's the 1-2, and that's in the dirt, and runner going to third, and that gets away. Thrown away by Terrence Sager. Austin Lyons could not hang on to it, and that's going to be rolled an E2. And a runner scores. Josh Snyder going all the way from second on stolen base, and E2 is now 7-5. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Torrin Williamson. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled away. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowling Springs Bubblers lineup very consistent. Jonah Richardson, Mason Labuda, each scoring twice in the last 2 at-bats. And Josh Snyder now scoring twice. And here's a swing. And out to shallow left center. That will drop for a base hit. Bowling Springs keeps the inning going with a 2-out single from Torrin Williamson. So up next is Keegan Williamson. Williamson made it 2-0. Here's the first pitch, and that misses for ball one. Keegan Williamson 1 for 2, an RBI single in the second, and he flew out to center field to lead off the fourth inning. Here he has a run on first with 2 outs, and now a 7-5 lead for the Bubblers, and here is strike one called. Cole Brown, the 1-1 is swung on and belted out to left field, and Ogden lands foul. It was so close. Bowling Springs saying that was fair. Joking to the home plate umpire, but couldn't have missed by much. It didn't look like it from here. But the home plate umpire, Cliff Lewis, right there down the line, behind the plate, and goes foul. So counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, and chopper, and just over the Bowling Springs dugout. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bowling Springs gained the lead with a 2-run home run from Mason Labuda, and then error on Tanner Sigler got Josh Snyder's score to make it 7-5. The 1-2 from Brown is swung on down third base line again. Ogden racing and goes out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Torrin Williamson, or actually we have a courtesy runner here again for Torrin Williamson, as Joey George is now running for the Bowling Springs catcher. Got a lot of cow coverage here. Here's a fly ball, and this might be playable in front, and no, it just lands right into the West Prairie dugout. If only it wasn't a tall fence right there. Tanner Sigler could have had a play, or maybe if he climbed up, he might have had a play. Just missing, as ball, count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have a special announcement coming up in the bottom of the 5th regarding Mustang Nation. We have a special thank you to announce. And here's the 1 ball and 2 strike pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 2. Good stop there for Tanner Sigler. That error on Tanner Sigler was the first error of this game. And yes, Bowling increases the Bowling Springs lead to 2 runs. And 2-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Yeah, we have a lot of cloud coverage now, so now it's starting to feel good here. A little breeze here at West Perry. Game time temperature at the start of this game was almost 90 degrees. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Joey George will be taking off on this pitch. Here's the 3-2, and a chopper down third base line. Austin Lyons sees a quick throw and thrown away. That's going to be the second error of the game, and Joey George wanted to go to the plate, but held up by Tom Herr, and that's going to be an E5 as Keegan Williamson goes over to second. So back-to-back errors now, and head coach Jeff Stano for the Mustangs is going to come out to talk. I mean, it was going to be a hard play for Austin Lyons at third base, but when it's going to be close, you're better off just holding on to that ball. Because unless you really know what you're doing, and now, well, of course Austin Lyons knows what he's doing, and now it looks like he's going to be pitching. So Cole Brown is coming out, and we have a pitching change here with 2 outs in the 5th. We'll take a quick break to get ready to resume action here. 2 outs in the 5th, Ryerson second and third for the Bubblers. This is West Perry Baseball. have a couple of defensive positions to announce here. Bryce Smith is now pitching for the West Prairie Mustangs. Hunter Johnson is now out in right field. Or excuse me, Hunter Johnson is now out in left field. Jordy Ogden is out in right field now. And it seems like the day is done for Cole Brown. And here's our first pitch. Now run's got to come across the score. Jeremy Samala taking ball one, and on a wild pitch, Joey George, the pinch runner for Torrin Williamson, scores. And it's now 8-5. West Prairie has the lead. And now a wild pitch. Scores a runner. It's now 8-5. And there's ball two. 2-0 here to Jeremy Samela, 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. Check swing on 2-0 and is held up for ball 3. Bryce Smith, a little jitterish right here on his leadoff hitter. Jeremy Samela facing 3-0 with 2 outs. And there is strike one called. The 8th hitter of the inning for Bowling Springs is Jeremy Samela. And Matt McNair, the top of the lineup, is on deck so he can get an opportunity. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And swing and hit high towards center field. And a diving grab, Hunter Johnson! Welcome to the game, young man. Hunter Johnson diving for the grab. And he makes a spectacular out for the 3rd out. But Bowling Springs gets 4 runs in the 5th, and 2 of them coming off a 2-run home run from Mason Labuda. We're going to the bottom of the 5th, now an 8-5 lead for the Bubblers. This is West Prairie Baseball. New pitcher for the Bowling Springs Bubblers as Matt McNair comes on from 3rd to now pitch in the bottom of the 5th for the Bubblers. And Josh Snyder now goes over to 3rd. His day is done for it. 4 innings for Josh Snyder on the mound. And here we go with 2, 3, and 4 hitters stood up for the Mustangs. West Prairie finally getting the big inning in the 4th. But now they are behind here once again by 3 now. And Austin Lyons 0 for 2, a ground out, and he struck out swinging to end the 3rd inning. And here is ball 1. Final line score for West Prairie's Cole Brown, 4 2/3 of an inning, facing 26 batters, had 2 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk, 12 hits, and 6 earned runs. Well, our final line score coming up here in a second for Josh Snyder. 2-0 here to Austin Lions is in for a call strike 1. 2-1 here to the West Prairie third baseman. 2-1, and here's a rip out to center field, and Austin Lions has his first hit of the game. That's a leadoff base hit for the Mustangs. That's the first leadoff hit for West Prairie in this game. And it's off to bat up Austin Lions to start the 5th. I'll bring up Cole Brown now. He struck out swinging to start the 4th inning. He was hit by a pitch back in the 1st. Matt McNair, the first pitch, and it's in for a ball, or it's down low for ball 1, excuse me. Got a high-scoring ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. West Prairie still looking for their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. And here is 2-0. This is the second time that West Prairie has faced Boiling Springs this season. Boiling Springs on a 3-game winning streak against West Prairie. And heading into this game overall, Boiling Springs have won the last 5 straight games. And here's a bunt and throw to first, nothing doing. Strike 1 there to Cole Brown. There's the next pitch. Missing for ball 3. Cole Brown. Missing. Cole Brown is actually a third base. Had a quick throw over. Lazy throw. Nothing, easy dive there for Austin Lions. The sun's starting to make an appearance again. We had nice cloud coverage just now, but now it's starting to get hot again. And was that ball 4? No, it was called strike 2 actually. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, that looked a little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're running on first. And there's ball 4. So good work here for the Mustangs offense to start the 5th, down by 3. And runners on first and second with nobody out. So now here comes Bryce Smith, the new pitcher. And Bryce Smith looking to help his own cause. He is the tying run at the plate, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. One pitch after the foul ball is up and away for strike 1. So I'm being a little quiet right now, trying to get the final line score here for Josh Snyder. There's a swing, and that's foul back. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strike here to Bryce Smith. Final line score for Josh Snyder. 4 innings pitched, facing 19 batters, had 5 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk, 5 hits, and 5 earned runs. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Matt McNair. Here's the next pitch as a tapper, and down the first base line is a base hit. And now ball goes away for a brief second, and the Mustangs are back in business. It's an RBI here for Bryce Smith, makes it 8-6 now. Bryce Smith with 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's going to result in an RBI double. Bryce Smith's first hit of the game. And now runners at second and third. Austin Lyons scoring from second. Cole Brown going from first to third. And there's strike one to Brandon McKeever. McKeever had an RBI single in the fourth. 1-for-2, and now McKeever getting a bunt down. It's got to stay fair. Flip to the plate, not in time. And now nobody's covering second. McKeever's got to have an easy second base. And now it's a run ball game here again. Nobody was covering second base. Man, easy for McKeever to go to second. And that's going to be an RBI double for Brandon McKeever. Back-to-back doubles here. I mean, that's actually got to be a base hit, but then nobody covering, and that's not an error. That's just an advancement right there. So an RBI single on the safety squeeze. Cole Brown scoring from third. Bryce Smith going to third. And run ball game. The go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Eli Lyons now putting down a bunt and flip over to first. And that's the RBI for Eli Lyons. A sac bunt for an RBI. And they are tied up here again. It is now 8-8. That's the first out of the inning, too. And Brad McKeever is stopping after he wanted to go around, but Chip Sanders saying, hold it right there. And now here's Jordy Ogden swinging at the first pitch. And it's playable and not caught by the catcher, Torrin Williamson. And that's strike one. Now here's the next pitch, and that is again foul territory, and this time it's got to be caught by the third baseman for Bowling Springs. As now Josh Snyder, he makes the grab, and that's a big out number 2. Three very quick runs in the bottom of the fifth ties the game, and a potential go-ahead run in third base. And Brandon McKeever, and now Trent Hockenberry. And actually, this is a pinch hitter. Quentin Palm swings at the first pitch. Quentin Palm getting his first at-bat play appearance up the game. Quentin Palm fouling off for strike one. Didn't realize it was a pinch hitter, so here we go. Quentin Palm pinch hitting here in the fifth. He has a chance to give West Prairie the lead right back. Matt McNair, the next pitch is in the dirt. Good stop there for Williamson behind the plate. Next pitch is swung on and fouled down third baseline. Makes the count 1-2 strikes. There is no quit in the West Prairie Mustangs. As West Prairie had a lead after fourth, and Bowling Springs gets the lead right back, and now 3 runs here in the bottom fifth to tie the game up at 8. And timeout here at the plate. We have seen some crazy ball games since West Prairie Broadcasting began a few years ago. And here is called strike 3. And that will end the inning, but West Prairie gets the tying runs here again. 3 runs here in the 5th. After 5, we are tied at 8 apiece. You're watching West Prairie Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be back for inning number 6 in a tie ball game. This is West Prairie Baseball. The 2 starting pitchers in this game, West Prairie's Cole Brown and Bowling Springs Josh Iron, are not going to get a decision here today, as we are tied at 8-8 in inning number 6. And for the Bubblers, it's the top of the lineup due up here in the top of inning number 6. Matt McNair is stood up 1 for 3, had a base hit to lead off the first. He lined out to center field in the second, and he struck out to end the fourth. So here we go. Bryce Smith, first time facing McNair, and breaking ball is in for call strike 1. We have seen some incredible ball games on this field since starting West Prairie Broadcasting 4 years ago. Who can ever forget the Perry County Championship game last year on this field against Newport? And here's a swing and fly ball. Hunter Johnson is going to make the grab out and left for the first out. Here comes Chance Floor now. Chance Floor 0 for 3, a double play in the first. A ground out to first in the third. A flew out to right field his last time up in the 5th, to lead off the 5th actually. Here is ball 1 here to Chance Floor. And there is strike 1 here to Floor. There's a swing, and that is hit hard out towards right center field. And center fielder drops it. And now the ball gets away. That's going to be an E8. And the runner's not stopping. He's going all the way to third. That's got to be an E8. And that puts the runner on third. Bowling Springs going to get the lead right back. An error here on the center fielder. I forget who the center fielder is. I know it's somebody new. So now round third after the error. Here's Jonah Richardson. That's probably realizing who is up, because Jonah Richardson has been having himself a good game. 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases. He scored twice so far in this game. He has been hitting the ball hard here, ladies and gentlemen. Just about 6:30 here in beautiful Perry County, south central Pennsylvania. And the sun's still beaming down on us. It's been a hot day so far here today. It feels like summer, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just sweating here. Jonah Richardson weighing the first pitch from Bryce Smith. Here it is. Our first pitch swing is up high in the air, playable down the first base line. And Austin Lyons now at second base will make the grab. That's a big out number 2. The runner from third doesn't advance. Doesn't try to go to the plate. And 2 outs here. So here's Mason Laguna now. Really have to be careful here. He had a 2-run home run to get Bowling Springs to lead right back in the 5th. Here he swings at the first pitch in the dirt. Laguna very aggressive here. 2-run home run. And he's trying to give the lead right back to the Bubblers. Here's the 0-1 and a high fastball laid off for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Bowling Springs center fielder. For Laguna, that was his second home run of the season. Both against West Perry. Here comes the 2-1, or excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Laguna. A big go-ahead run potentially at third base after the error. And 2 outs here, 2 balls and 1 strike pitch. Here it is, a swing and a miss from Laguna for strike 2. Big pitch coming up here for Bryce Smith. Because both these teams, they have been hitting the ball well here today. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Here it is. And inside, call strike 3. Laguna can't believe it. And it's call strike 3. That will end the inning. Nothing doing after the error with 1 out. And we're going to the bottom half of inning number 6, tied at 8-8. This is West Perry baseball. Bottom half of inning number 6. We have a good game here, ladies and gentlemen. West Perry baseball is looking for their first win in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Bowling Springs looking to extend their winning streak to 6 games. West Perry baseball shocked the world a couple weeks ago when they upset Bermudian Springs on the road, who were previously undefeated. Bermudian Springs currently the number 1 team in District 3 4A power rankings. Bowling Springs right behind them at number 2. And here we go with Tanner Sigler. And first pitch to him is in for call strike 1. 9-1-2. Actually, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorry, missed the first pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Tanner Sigler. He had an RBI single in the 4th. Timeout here of the plate. Talk about nerves right here. We were expecting a good pitching matchup, and instead it became the exact opposite. A good offensive game so far for both teams, tied at 8 apiece. And here's the next pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 2. Matt McNair, who came in to start the 5th inning, and he gave up 3 runs in the 5th. And here is ball 3. This is the critical part of the game where West Perry needs to be patient. Even though it's not the seventh inning, you get a go-ahead run here, and you get Bowling Springs to the final 3 outs in the seventh. And there is ball 4. Terrence Sigler reaches base on a base on balls to lead off the bottom of the sixth. And now bring up Mason Sano. He got the big rally going for West Perry with an inside the park home run in the third. He's 1 for 3. And now I'll throw over to first. Nothing doing for Tanner Sigler. And bunt attempt. And, Westbury not happy about that. They're saying Mason Sano held up, but home plate umpire Cliff Lewis saying otherwise. It is strike 1. And now Terrence Sigler, and here's a bunt down, and now it's going to be tagged out by the first baseman, Jonah Richardson. That's going to be a sacrifice bunt. And the go-ahead runner, Terrence Sigler, goes to scoring position with 1 out. Now bring up Austin Lyons. He led off the 5th inning with a base hit and came around to score. First and third baseman for Bowling Springs is in, expecting another bunt, and this ball almost got away from Torrin Williamson. And it's ball 1. The potential go-ahead run is at second base for the Mustangs with 1 out. That's pretty dugout making all sorts of noise. Here's the swing from Lyons. Out towards, and that's a gapper. That's going to be a base hit. Extra bases for Austin Lyons will give West Perry the lead. Austin Lyons not stopping. He's going for a triple, and he's safe at third. An RBI triple for Austin Lyons. And the Mustangs have taken the lead in the 6th inning. Austin Lyons' second hit of the game is an RBI triple. Terrence Sigler scoring easily from second. And it's 9-8 Mustangs. Now the infielders are going to be in here for Cole Brown. And Cole Brown, a high fastball, and it's called strike 1. West Perry coach is not happy about that high fastball. But that's what Cliff Lewis does. He loves calling the high strikes. And a bunt test safe. Suicide squeeze safe at the plate. It's Austin Lyons. It's an RBI single for Cole Brown. And the Mustangs are now up by 2. It is 10-8. An incredible effort from the Bowling Springs defenders trying to get Austin Lyons out on a suicide squeeze. Two runs in inning number 6 for the Mustangs. And Bowling Springs is down to their final 3 outs coming up in the 7th. But first, Bryce Smith had an RBI double in the 5th inning. And here looks at ball 1. What a turnaround here for the Mustangs at home on a Monday afternoon and a hot sunny day. And the Mustangs, just like the weather, their bats have been hot. As a waste pitch, and that's ball 2. Wow, that was Bryce Smith. It's 13 versus 13 here. Bryce Smith versus Matt McNair. Who has the better 13 on their backs? We'll find out here. 2-0. And that's in the turf for ball 3. And that's a breeze blowing right through here. 10 runs for West Perry is the most they scored at home so far this season. And There's a pitch and inside strike on 3-0. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 is in the dirt. That's ball 4. Westbury again being very patient at the plate. And it's paying off so far with 2 runs. And now Tom Herr, the head coach for Bowling Springs, coming out to talk. What a turnaround. Brandon McKeever is coming up, who's 2 for 3 at back-to-back RBI singles in the 4th and 5th innings. All right, West Perry baseball. They still have a few games left in the regular season. And the thing here for West Perry so far this season, they have faced really good pitching, so the offense couldn't be there. But today is a totally different story. And I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen, when I say that if West Perry can find a way into the District 3 playoffs, even if they're the last team in like they were a year ago, they could have a big bonus after already facing good pitching throughout the entire regular season. And showing off right here against the Bowling Springs Bubblers. West Perry is definitely not out of contention just yet. The top 10 teams qualify for District 3 4A playoffs, and West Perry currently sitting at number 15. And they are definitely not out of it yet, but they need a big run to the end of the regular season. And here's the first pitch to McKeever. He pulls the bunt back for ball 1 in the dirt. What a big turnaround here. Cole Brown at second. Bryce Smith at first. A 2-run lead here for the Mustangs. And a bunt pulled back. High fastball. Missing for ball 2. Bunt and pulling back again on the high fastball. Ball 3. 1 out here with runners on first and second. Eli Lyons is on deck. And there is strike 1 at the knees. Next time out for both teams, both teams will be back at home. West Perry will take on Waynesboro, and Bowling Springs will take on Shippensburg. There's a swing and a drive. Out towards left field, and a diving grab off of the left fielder. And that is going to be a base hit. A hard play. Potentially 1 run comes across the score. The 2nd run comes across the score. And the Mustangs are brawling it open. It is now a 4-run ball game. 2 runs come across the score for Braden McKeever on a 2-run double. And the umpire, Jonathan Olwine, quickly coming out. That ball hit the left fielder pretty hard. That's Jeremy Samela out in left field. And now the athletic trainer, Zach Rudy, is coming out to take a look at it. It's not going to be ruled an error. It was hard hit. It was a tough play for Samela out in left field. And now Zach Rudy coming out to talk to check on Jeremy Samela. 2 runs coming across the score. And entry timeout. That is now 4 RBIs for Braden McKeever. And we have a pitching change now for Bowling Springs. We'll be back here after this pitching change. Looks like number 28 is coming off the pitch. That is Garrett Wickard. We'll be back after his pitching change / injury timeout. Jordy Ogden sack bunt, and it's now 13-8. Beautifully done there for Jordy Ogden. Sack bunt for an RBI. As Brandon McKeever scores from third. And Eli Lyons going over to second. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Quentin Palm for the second time. And he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Quentin Palm came in to hit for the first time in the 5th, and he ended the 5th with a strikeout looking. And so there is ball 1. Matt McNair is now out in left field. And here's a swing from Palm. And this is hit hard, and the center fielder over reaches it. And that's another run and a base hit for Quentin Palm. It is an RBI double for number 14. And he is all fired up. It is now 14-8 as the Mustangs get another run. And the Mustangs have batted around here. The center fielder for Bowling Springs, Mason Labuda, was too shallow. That's making it easy for Eli Lyons to score, and RBI double with 2 outs. This is the first time West Prairie Baseball has batted around at home. And now here is Tanner Sigler, who started this inning with a leadoff walk. And here he faces ball 1. 6 runs coming across the score in this inning for the Mustangs after we were tied at 8. 2 balls and no strikes now to the West Prairie catcher. Tanner Sigler 1 for 2. An RBI single back in the 4th. He flew out in the 3rd. He walked to start this inning. 3 balls and no strikes. Tanner Sigler looked like he might walk here for the second time in this inning. Now 3-0, and right at the knees, called strike 1. Three balls and 1 strike. West Prairie looking for more insurance. And there is ball. No, it is strike 2. Strike 2 called at the knees, and the count is now full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Garrett Wickard looking to end this inning. A big inning for the Mustangs. Here's a 3-2, and that's down low for ball 4. Tanner Sigler walks for the second time in this inning. And back to Mason Sano, who laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. He's 1 for 3 with an inside the park home run. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's got to be hard to pick who is going to be our West Prairie Athletic Department player of the game if his score holds up. Mason Sano looking at strike 1. Yesterday on Facebook, or earlier today I should say, I saw Bob Bonin, the head coach for West Prairie football, took some of his West Prairie Mustangs down to Washington, D.C. to see the D.C. Defenders out of the UFL. I didn't see what the final score was, but that's pretty cool. Of course, some of my friends around here, they went to Dover for the NASCAR race yesterday at Dover Speedway, the Monster Mile. Here's the 1-1, and way up high for ball 2 to Mason Sano. Hey, if West Prairie scores 4 more runs in this inning, then the game is over on the mercy rule. And that winning run is on deck. And here's the swing and a chopper, and that will go foul to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here's the 2-2, and a good scuba throw to third is going to be in time, and that will end the inning. A big inning nonetheless here. 6 runs coming across the score after we were tied at 8, and the Bubblers are down to their final 3 outs here in the 7th. It is a 6-run ball game, 14-8. And we'll be back for the 7th inning. West Prairie is going to look for their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. This is West Prairie Baseball. Westbury baseball. The bats have come alive here. The bats got hot on a hot sunny day. And Westbury 14 runs on 12 hits. And here we go with the 7th inning. Landon McMahon. He has been a tough out so far. 2 for 3. Flew out to shortstop Mason Sound his first time up. And here he looks at strike 1. Westbury in the bottom half of inning number 6. 6 runs on 5 hits. And here is strike 2. Bryce Smith looking to shut the door. If he gets this, he gets the win. And 0-2 pitch, just missing for ball 1. Coming up on the Westbury Athletic Department post-game report, final stats, updated records. Well, thanks for both teams and our Westbury Athletic Department player of the game. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Landon McMahon, the Boiling Springs designated hitter. He's 2 for 3. An RBI single in the 3rd. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. There's the next pitch, and that just misses for ball 2. We heard Westbury head coach Jeff Stano talking to the outfielders specifically, saying don't let anything go over your heads. That's what happened with Boiling Springs here in the 6th inning. Here's the swing, and that's fouled back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to McMahon. And next pitch, just missing again. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And next pitch swung on and missed from McMahon. And that is the first out here in the 7th. Bryce Smith starting the 7th the same way he ended the 6th with a strikeout, 1 away. And so here is Josh Snyder. Josh Snyder looking at ball 1, 1-0. Josh Snyder, 3 for 3. He has been a tough out. 2 singles and a double his last time up. There's the next pitch. Swung on and missed from Snyder. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throughout this entire season, Westbury offense has struggled. Not today. And here is the next pitch. High fastball swung on and missed by Snyder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Desperation mode for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. Their 5-game winning streak in jeopardy. And here's the 1-2 and swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bryce Smith. And actually 3 in a row now. And the Bubblers are down to their final out. Westbury is 1 out away from getting their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. And here comes Torrin Williamson. Torrin Williamson looking at ball 1. Not a big crowd here today. The heat might have a big impact on attendance, but that means the Westbury baseball batters, their bats have been hot here today. 1-0 here to Torrin Williamson. Here's the next pitch, and this is popped up, and Mason Sano calling for it. The Mustangs have their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. A pop out to Mason Sano, and the Bubblers go down 1-2-3 in the 7th, and the Mustangs win 14-8 against the Boiling Springs Bubblers. What a win here in the late stages of the regular season, and a big one, an upset win for the for the Westbury Mustangs. And Boiling Springs snaps their 5-game winning streak. We'll be back in a minute for our West Prairie Athletic Park post-game wrap-up. The Mustangs win at home for their first win in the division, 14-8. Back in less than a minute. Back here for the West Prairie Athletic Park post-game wrap-up. What a game, what a win for the West Prairie Mustangs. Finally in the win column in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. And it's a statement win here for the West Prairie Mustangs. Trying to get back into the District 3 playoffs. They might need a little bit of help, but this is a big step forward for the West Prairie Mustangs out of Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. And just an amazing game here. A hot, sunny day. Who knows, maybe West Prairie baseball might want the PIAA to start making the baseball season during the summer, because when it's hot, the West Prairie Mustangs get hot. And that's exactly what happened. 14 runs, their most runs scored in a game so far this season. And it's an upset victory over Bowling Springs. Bowling Springs heading into this game had a 5-game winning streak, and they were ranked second in the District 3 4A power rankings, only behind Bermudian Springs. So now West Prairie baseball has beaten the top 2 teams in District 3 4A. And that is, if that's not a momentum booster, I don't know what is. And West Prairie just needs to keep this rally going as they look to fight for a District 3 playoff spot. With the tough pitching they have faced so far, their bats are starting to come alive here for West Prairie baseball Mustangs. Final line score for today's game. First for the winning West Prairie Mustangs. 14 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors, leaving 5 runners left on base. For the Bowling Springs Bubblers, 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors, leaving 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher for West Prairie is Bryce Smith, 2 and a third of an inning, facing 8 batters, had 3 strikeouts in a row, and giving up no hits, no walks, and no runs. The losing pitcher for Bowling Springs is Matt McNair. Had faced 13 batters in an inning and a third, had 1 strikeout, gave up 3 walks, 5 hits, and 7 earned runs in the loss for Bowling Springs. Our West Prairie Athletic Park player of the game. It was a tough decision, but we're deciding to give it to Braden McKeever. Braden McKeever had the big game offensively. Went 3 for 4 in the game with 2 singles and a double. He scored twice in the game. He had 4 RBIs in the win for the West Prairie Mustangs. Brandon McKeever is our West Prairie Athletic Department Player of the Game. The West Prairie Mustangs now improved to 5-9 overall, now 1-8 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Bowling Springs snapped their 5-game winning streak, and the Bubblers now dropped to 8-4 overall, now 5-4 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Next time out for both teams, the Bowling Springs Bubblers will be back at home on Wednesday at 4:30. They'll be taking on the Shippensburg Greyhounds. And the West Prairie Mustangs will be back here on Wednesday for our next broadcast on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. West Prairie Baseball back home on Wednesday afternoon at 4:30, where they will take on the Waynesboro Indians in a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. West Prairie will be looking for their first 3-game winning streak this season on Wednesday afternoon against Waynesboro. That is going to do it for us here on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our high school principal, Christopher Casian, our superintendent, Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Baseball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score in this one, the Mustangs win for their first win in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Final score, 14-8. Good night, everybody.